Yo, shout out to everybody that's out there. Um, shit. I'll say over the past few days, the situation with Get Money, Lil Ronnie, and his daughter dying at the car wash in Fort Worth has kind of sent. I mean, it sent shockwaves through all media, beyond social media and um, Joe Budden podcast, which is probably the biggest podcast in the world. One of them even made a reference to it for about 2 or 3 minutes. Um, it sent me down a rabbit hole. It sent me down a deep, dark rabbit hole of numerous things. You know what I'm saying? And um, this is part one of probably three. I got three so far, but I had to be careful on how I attack shit like this because it does involve human beings. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I try to create content, unless it's True World Order show, True World Order podcast, which is just strange news or whatever. But whenever I try to create content with intent and with the purpose, I always try to do it with some taste. I always try to do it tastefully. I don't do the catchy titles or the clout chasey type of things, or you know what I'm saying. I think we forget that this is murder. I think that we are desensitized as a culture to seeing us die. I don't know how many times I've seen niggas watch niggas get gunned down. I know niggas is trying to be on a CSI, whatever type shit. I've seen niggas like Charleston White and DJ Academics monetize off trauma. We'll get to them in the second part, which might be later on this week or on Patreon rather. I've seen how the music makes billions off of black trauma. I've seen how media as a whole makes billions of dollars off of black trauma. I also see a culture that once started as a way out turn into a trap. It's hard to see the trap when you caged in it. You know, it's hard to see the trap when you caged in it. So my whole thing is this, and I'm gonna start right here. I do have notes. Like I said, I'm carefully crafted. I don't fuck around when it's time to get serious about this business. You know, I love my people. I love my culture. I love hip hop. I love everything about it, from the arts to the music, which is also art, to the way we do our shit, regardless of what region you from. It's us. Like Kendrick Lamar said on the Grammy stage, it's the most popular culture globally. Everybody wants to be us. We set the trends for the whole world, good and bad. Good and bad. You know? So the rabbit hole that it sent me down was why rap, how it became so dangerous. And I think rap is dangerous not because of the music itself, but it's because of the way the industry, the media, and society, how it exploits the conditions that birthed it, right? Now, hip hop was created as an outlet for struggle, a way to turn pain into poetry and oppression into art. But the modern music industry has learned that death sells. The modern media industry has learned that death sells, especially in rap. Um, Labels prioritize artists who embody the most extreme versions of street life, knowing that their authenticity will attract listeners and generate millions or maybe billions, maybe even trillions. We don't really know. Dollars, revenue. Now, they sign and they promote and profit from artists who rap about violence, drugs, and self destruction. And they turn a blind eye to the consequences of these young brothers' lives. Now, the danger, it's not, it isn't just in the lyrics. It's in how, a lot of what we see and hear, I always think about the whys. Why are they putting this here? Why do they keep showing us this shit? Why are we able to have the access to see certain shit that we haven't had the access to see shit, like why? I'm always asked why. That's that's part of me just thinking and being a trill pill, is just asking why, trying to track down the origins of all this shit. But like I was saying before, the danger isn't just in the lyrics, in my opinion. It's in how the industry manufacture and markets tragedy. Now, when the artist dies, don't you find it weird that their streams skyrocket? An artist might not have made it to where they wanted to make it, or they might have been a regional star or a star in their own state, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But when they die, all of a sudden, that music becomes a lot easier to find. Streams skyrocket, sales skyrocket, engagements skyrocket, everything skyrockets. Their albums sell out. Their whole legacy is packaged into a commodity. Labels collect posthumous profits while families and communities are left grieving. And sometimes the artist that died was the one who, he was there for everybody. There's one person I forgot to put in that thumbnail, and that's Young Dolph. But I the depths of artists like Tupac, Biggie, Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD, Young Dolph, Lil Ronnie, Mo 3, King Von, Pac, Biggie. I already said Pac and Biggie. Yeah. Shit. Mac Dre, Blade Icewood, Dolby, Fat Pat, Nip, Julio, Fulio, P&B Rock, and others. Those are just names that come off the top of my mind. For us, the fans and the communities that love and consume these guys' music, we see it as a loss to the culture. A lot of these guys die, unfortunately, way too soon. We never get a chance to see our men grow. Right? Hardest thing for a black man living in America is to grow. I grew up in South Dallas, Texas. It's a historically poverty-stricken neighborhood, probably 8 to 10% below the poverty line. A lot of us wasn't supposed to make it past 21, 25 even. The ones that do, it's a different level of respect for the ones that do, no matter how you did it. No matter how you did it, just the respect of, say, my nigga, we came from this area. And a lot of us didn't make it, but we made it. So we got to live our life in the honor of ones who didn't make it. Times that by every ghetto, every poverty-stricken neighborhood in every state, every city, it is. We look at it as a loss to the community. The flip side of that is some look at it as a business opportunity. Now, rap is dangerous because, of course, not all rap, it is dangerous, but for the most part, I guess if you want to say this subculture of a subculture, gangster rap, all of a sudden, you couldn't tell stories no more. You gotta go do some shit, then rap about it, or to prove, you gotta prove that you hard. You gotta prove shit to niggas. Yeah, if you done sold some shit, you gotta prove it. If you done kill some niggas, you gotta go prove it. You gotta go prove that you a killer. You gotta go prove that you a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta prove it. So it's dangerous because it's a reflection of reality. And unfortunately, it's also a battlefield where a lot of our young men, our young artists, young creatives are pushed into self-fulfilling prophecies. Now, the industry, in my opinion, all right, this is me. This is me. It's true appeal, you know. In my opinion, the industry grooms them. It grooms them to live what they rap, live the life that they rap about. And when the inevitable happens, it capitalizes on their demise. In this way, hip hop isn't just music, it's a high stakes game where only the powerful win. And the artists who give the most end up losing everything. You know. Now, from what I've seen, from my observations, they groom these artists. You might be like, well, how do they groom these artists? Well, say you rap about, yeah, I'm a, stone cold killer. I killed these niggas over here. You know how it gets these days. These rappers, I don't think they even need confidential informers no more to rate these rappers self-incriminating they motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell you who they shot at, who they killed, where they killed them at, how they got away with the body, and what they did after. And goddamn, it sound good over a throwed ass beat. Boy, you add some motherfucking some slaps over that shit. Ooh, boy, that shit sound good. You gonna turn that shit up. Gonna turn that shit up. Right. I know. I have too. This ain't just me looking at everybody else like, oh, y'all hip. No, 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 no. I'm right in there with my people. You know, I look at this shit from the eye of the hurricane. You feel what I'm saying? My perspective is the eye of the hurricane. I couldn't bear opening up my laptop, talking this shit over a microphone. It's a privilege to do this. So when I do this, it means something. I'm gonna say something that means something, no matter who's in or who's out. When it comes to this shit, like I said before, I look at it from the eye of the hurricane. I look at how the industry treats our young stars. You know what I'm saying? If I can get an insight of what they say, which we got a little insight, if you might have seen the clip of Lear Cohen at the Breakfast Club where he openly admits to, you know, doing this shit right here, feeding off our culture, the one that we created. The problem with us is that although we created it, we never got the ownership of it. That's why I commend, the young brothers who getting up there and they doing their independent thing, or they doing they, what I'm saying, or they aspire to become independent, or they might sign a deal to get the information and try to learn. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to people like Joe Budden or people who have a history of the game, you're gonna get fucked in the game regardless what lane you jump in. You're gonna get fucked. But for the most part, make sure you learn the industry while you're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can branch out and do your own thing. It's kind of like people who work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? But I also aspire to do my own thing. But while I'm at this job, I'm not just working this job just because I want to be here. I'm working that job because I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? My father told me a long time ago to stay in the mindset of a student. You know what I'm saying? So when you branch off and do your own thing, you'll know the what tos and what not to do's. You feel me? But rap, certain rap music has become dangerous because it's one of the only as powerful as rap is, it's one of the only music genres where artists are expected to live out the realities of their lyrics. I listen to different genres, you know what I'm saying? Rock is one of them, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And they be saying some wild shit, but you know, I don't see them chasing each other down, gunning each other down every motherfucking week. You know what I'm saying? Down there every motherfucking 2 or 3 months. I don't hear about, this rock star over here, he got gunned down. He got, you know what I'm saying? I don't I don't hear it. And in rock and country or pop, which might I add, are also genres that we created. Artists can sing about reckless lifestyles without facing the same level of scrutiny. But in hip hop, the authenticity is currency. So if a rapper talks about street life, violence, or hustling, they're often pressured by fans, peers, and the industry. And then and then putting them in environments that encourage or even necessitate self-destruction. At what cost? For the cost of entertainment. Um, the industry thrives off of conflict and controversy. Long gone are the days where you can come in and be dope as fuck, just have some dope ass rhymes. You know what I'm talking about? Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the '90s, we had gangster rap and things of that nature, but everything was, I think, in my opinion, more balanced then. You had gangster rap, you had your conscious shit, you had your freaky rap. You know what I'm saying? You had your freaky shit. You had your, you know what I'm saying? You had your uncut, unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? Like that era was, in my opinion, probably the purest of hip hop in that era. I was born in 1990, so that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like UGK, 8 Ball, Scarface, you know what I'm saying? Zero, shit like that. DSR, Screwed Up Click, Wreck Shop, you know what I'm talking about? Rally Boys, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Pookie Lucci, Odd Squad, shit like that. Every in Everybody had their own style, their own way of going about how I'm gonna put this 16 together, how I'm gonna make this sound like this. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm gonna do this, even with the R&B. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just like creativity was peak at that point. I sat and watched D'Angelo, kind of off topic, but just music rather. I sat and watched a video of D'Angelo in the studio making Devil's Pie. And it brought me to a thought of like, damn, bro, like that's when niggas was really locking in and being creative. Like niggas was putting out music with a purpose. And if it wasn't right, niggas would go back in there and scrap that shit, do it again. You know what I'm saying? But the industry thrives off of conflict and controversy. And labels are willing to fund the music that glorifies the violence. Now, but they rarely invest in protecting their artists from the environments they rap about. Instead, they help push these narratives that keep them in the ecosystem. I always talk about the ecosystem, whether it's content creation here on YouTube, whether it's just because I can't help but to see everything in a broad view. I, I've been blessed to see multiple perspectives, and I've been blessed with vision. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I see is different. That's why I kind of stay out to myself. It's very fine. It's very hard for me to find people with the like mind of mine. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's difficult, but these labels push narratives that help keep them in the cycle. It helps keep them in the ecosystem. And knowing that beef, tragedy, even death can make an artist a legend overnight. You may not have heard. That's another word we got to figure out. Everybody's not a legend. You know what I'm saying? But they become a legend overnight. You may not have heard one song, but boy, when they pass away, when that news come across your phone, now you listen to, oh man, he was a legend. Oh man, he was a fucking legend. Now, when an artist gets killed, their name trends, their music streams surge, and their catalog gains an immortal aura. Labels own the rights most of the time, reap the profits, and continue signing new artists to repeat the cycle. Now, this isn't just by accident. A lot of, I know a lot of us sometimes, even me included, you know, I just never thought about this shit until it's probably been a couple years now, a few years since Mo3 died, probably, and maybe before. But I could never kind of, because my focal point of my main channel was mental health, I never quite got into the entertainment part of any of that shit. But now that I'm here, and I had to take time and kind of dive into it to kind of see, you know what I'm saying, how to pick this shit apart carefully. Because like I said before, I'm not one of them niggas who, I don't look for clout. I don't make no catchy titles. I'm not gonna say no wild extreme shit. I'm just gonna give you what's on my mind. I'm just gonna give you what's true. I'm just gonna give you what I can give you with the respect and everything intact. You know what I'm saying? Because I expect the same shit back. Now, this isn't just an accident. It's systemic. You know, the same corporations that refuse to invest in positive messaging bankroll music that keeps young black and brown men locked up in a lifestyle that often leads to incarceration or death. Now, they know that struggle sells. They know that death sells. They have no incentive to uplift artists who don't fit in the narrative of danger and rebellion or trauma. You know what I'm saying? It don't fit in that, you know, you don't fit. You know what I'm saying? There are outliers, you know? If you just want to come up and just rap some shit and you talented as hell, you rapping your ass off, you know, rapping your ass off, nigga. Hold on, what the hell going on with my shit? Wait a minute, hold on. So truth hurts. Let's see. Okay. All right. Mic check 1 2. Let me see. Hold on. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I don't see my little bubble moving. Hold on, let me do a little sound check real quick. Mm-mm-mm. Some shit happened on this end. Now I'll continue on. I'll do my little sound check. Where am I at? Let me see. I just want to make sure this shit gets across crystal clear. If anybody out there can hear me, if I still sound clear, I'm still all right. Please let me know. You know what I'm saying? Drop something off in there or something. Let a nigga know what's going on. Um, Let me see. Okay, you can hear me just fine. Okay. Yes, something happened over here with the goddamn. So, appreciate the truth hurts. Shout out to you at work. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, this isn't by accident, and it's systemic. So the same corporations that refuse to invest in positive messaging, bankroll music that keeps young black men locked up in a lifestyle. It keeps them locked into a lifestyle that often leads to incarceration or death. And they know that struggle sells, and they know that they have no incentive to uplift artists who don't fit into the narrative of danger and rebellion or trauma. And rap isn't inherently dangerous. It's been made dangerous. You know, the industry has turned it into a weapon against its own artists, ensuring that only the marketable aspects, pain, violence, and self destruction, get amplified. And the real tragedy is that hip hop was created as a tool for survival and expression, but it has been hijacked by those who see Black death, Black trauma as a lucrative business model. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that shit again. The real tragedy is that hip hop was created as a tool for survival and expression, but it has been hijacked by those who see Black death and Black trauma as a business model. Now, until artists own their own narratives and refuse to be pawns in this game, the cycle will continue. And um, the dangers in rap, it isn't just the violence in the lyrics, it's also the systemic forces that turn artists into commodities, making their pain, trauma, and even deaths profitable. You know, it's the music industry, it's the media industry, run largely by executives who have no personal ties to the streets, no personal ties to these communities, no personal ties to these people, no personal ties to the artists. They don't give a fuck. They just want their motherfucking check. And they want you to go out there and do what you gotta do. Cause we done invested millions in you. So we need you to go out there. Yeah. Need you to go out there and kill some niggas. You know, shoot some niggas. You know, cause havoc in your communities and things of that nature. Yeah, we're gonna pay for that. They always have. It's historic. It's not a, you know, it ain't no secret. It's like them putting dope in the ghettos to fund wars. It's no different. It's just a different method now. You know what I'm saying? Um, but a lot of these systemic forces turn artists into commodities, making their pain, trauma, and deaths even profitable. Music industry. It's run largely by executives who have no personal ties to the streets, selectively amplifies the most destructive aspects of hip hop while disregarding the full spectrum of what the culture represents. So these labels don't just sign rappers, they invest in their lifestyles as well. They provide the advances that artists often use to buy weapons, drugs, and material symbols of status, all while surrounding them with enablers instead of mentors. The industry thrives on instability because an artist in chaos is an artist who remains authentic, quote unquote. to the streets, which keeps the fans, and it keeps the fans engaged, and it keeps the streams high. You know, but this is a very deadly game. Beef sells records. You know, simple as that. It sells. Controversy sells. Drama sells. All that shit sells. It's not a astronomical algorithm. It ain't no. It ain't rocket science. The shit sells. You know what I'm saying? The shit sells. It's something about us being human beings that just like spicy shit. You know what I'm saying? And when two artists have real tension, it turns into viral moments, diss tracks, and streaming wars. Now we also seen that with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. They went back and forth. Shit got spicy. Shit got sticky. Shit got I think way more intense than it was supposed to be. Regardless on who started it, or who finished it. It was intended just to be some battle rap. I'm the best at rapping. It turned personal, turned into mudslinging, name calling, labeling, and things of that nature. But these labels, mind you, they are attached to the same label under different imprints, but same shit. UMG. Now, anyway, labels won't step. They won't step in to mediate. They're often encouraged because the controversy keeps the artist relevant. But when the beef turns fatal, the label isn't the one in the line of fire. I ain't never seen none of these labels show up to these young men's funerals. You ain't gonna see no motherfucking label head show up to these niggas' funerals. If they do, I commend them if they do. That's a big step. But they ain't about to come all the way down to go to your little funeral. They too busy trying to find the next you. They're too busy trying to find the next young nigga out the ghetto they can turn up real quick. Some young black girl at the ghetto that helps feed their stereotypes. Kind of like Sexy Red said a few months ago. She felt like they just picked her out of a group of ghetto girls and turned her up. And out of everything that she said, out of all the wild shit that she did, that shit has kind of went over people's heads a lot, which lets me know that she's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? She's smarter than what she appears to be. But when she said that, it's like, damn. Now, if she recognizes that, you know what I'm saying? She's able to sit there and recognize that, I just feel like they picked me out of it. They just picked, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Like I've even heard a few artists, they say that shit, but why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, and I'm kind of getting off tangent, but ain't no coincidence why she keep popping up close to these bigger stars. It's people that are way more talented, or whatever, as far as rapping concerns. She might be a great personality or whatever, but as far as music concerns, it's not like it's not like she's the next Lauren Hill. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard of Sexy Red Bar. You know what I'm saying? But that's another version, of another genre of rap that's more, I guess, fun and for the party and things of that nature. I don't know, but these labels won't step in to mediate none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll often just encourage it because it keeps the artist relevant. And when it turns fatal, the label are not the one in the line of fire. The artist is. And if they die, the label doesn't mourn. They maximize. They release posthumous albums, documentaries, and unreleased tracks. They're gonna squeeze every fucking dollar out of an artist's legacy while their family gets the scraps. I seen this shit with Mo3. I know it's wild that I see the people that were the closest to him fight and argue over scraps. While I know people who are on the flip side of that, that made millions of dollars and ain't giving a fuck that his people, the ones that were closest to him, whether it be his mother, his father, brother, other close families, children, maybe his children's mothers, you know, fight over scraps, chains. You mean to tell me that out of all this man did, all of that comes to fighting over chains, scraps? You'd be a fool to think that anybody close to him at this point is getting the bulk of what he really made. A few people know. They know. And they eating while the family is on YouTube and Facebook or whatever, fighting over motherfucking scraps, in court fighting over scraps. People die. I remember just hearing about like Prince and family fighting over his estate, or even Roger Troutman. His brother killed him or murder suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that shit is eerie as fuck to me. Ronnie Wilson of the Gap Band stole Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Taking up, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's weird. That's all I'm saying. Scraps compared to what these labels made off these people. Scraps. You know? Now, the exploitation of it all, it mirrors a long history of black suffering being turned into entertainment. From blues artists being robbed of their royalties to the modern day streaming economy that underpays rappers while profiting off their struggles. Hip hop has been turned to a battlefield where the only ones truly at risk are the artists themselves. I got Spotify. I love Spotify. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I love Spotify. I really love, being able to access music and, you know, put together my own playlist. I put together numerous playlists and shit, I just love music, man. I love music and but these streams, like what you get paid for streams like some cents. This amount of streams, it equals this. You gotta think about who creates that metric. What union of corporate of corporate created the scale of this many streams equal this? How? Show me how you get there. I think as long as streaming has been out, I haven't seen an explanation on how you figure this many streams equals this. So, but then you see the amount that they get paid on these certain sites. You know what I'm saying? People streaming their music. They quick to show you it's a billion stream. With a billion streams, damn sure ain't a billion motherfucking dollars. So who's getting the bulk of that? While these artists are getting pennies. You know? Shit. You know, the real dangers of rap, in my it's just not the music. You know what I'm saying? Not now. Some of it can get dangerous, but in my opinion, the real danger of rap, it isn't the music, it's the industry that preys on these young artists. You know, places them in volatile environments and watches as they self-destruct. You know, the devil's going to give you tools to fuck yourself off. You know, so while they watching you self-destruct, only to cash in on their deaths. And until the culture shifts towards ownership and the independence and protecting its own, hip hop will continue to be a game where too many of its brightest stars are taken too soon, while the machine that profits off of them keeps running, regardless whether they hear it. Like, it's gonna keep running. It's a cycle that never ends. You know what I'm saying? And the industry has turned rap into a spectacle where violence is not just entertainment, but like I said before, an actual business model. And it thrives and it feeds on the tension between life and death and street credibility and things of that nature. You know, all while ensuring ensuring that the people in power, rather, the label executives, the streaming platforms, corporate sponsors, remain untouched by the consequences. The danger in rap is not just that it reflects the reality of the streets, but that the industry has learned how to manipulate and monetize for maximum profit. You know, just think about how many young rappers died in their prime just recently. You want to go all the way back. You can look at that thumbnail and see a few. You know, it's a bunch of them I didn't add. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too many to put up there, which is fucked up to me. You know, but I wanted people to get the message of, you know, this is just a few, just a handful of the young artists the young creatives that we lost to this to this fucked up game. Yeah, I know some of them had some street involvement. Yeah, yeah, you know, I know some, you know, street niggas and things of that nature. All right, cool. You know, it don't bother me. It's just the fact that they're gone. A lot of these guys have children that maybe some will get a chance to enjoy the fruits of their father's labor. Maybe. In the meantime, the record executives, like I said before, watch them fall, watch them crumble. You know, I know it's kind of hard to kind of put a tag on what an artist does throughout the day or shit like that. But if you really cared about an artist, you would do your best to make sure that that artist stays out of harm's way. Now, I know sometimes the human's gonna do what the human does and put itself in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you gotta, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think there's a lot more that they can be doing on the back end to protect these artists. You know what I'm saying? If they really cared about these artists, man, they wouldn't just let them just do whatever. I'm sorry, nigga. You out here in some wild shit, especially if they like, excuse me, if they doing like some street shit or something like that. I say, man, we gonna need you to get up out of here right now. Now, if you go down there and you fuck around on the outside of what we don't what we want you to do, you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. But hey, we need you here. Like, we need your mind to focus on making music and you doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, but like I said, at the same time, shit, they let them go because shit, if they die, shit, we got insurance. That's how they, you know what I'm saying? That's just how they think about it. You know, in my opinion, that's what I see with my own two eyes. You know what I'm talking about? And Pop Smoke, King Von, XXX Tentacion, Nipsey Hussle, Takeoff. Shit, recently, Lil Running, Mo 3, you know, um, a plethora of more. Dolph, PNB. You can even go all the way back to Pac and Biggie, right? The moment they are killed, you know, um, everything they ever done goes through the fucking roof. You know, it's not by design. You know, these labels they rush to, you know, they they rush to capitalize on their legacy, and it's a cycle that's so predictable that it's almost scripted if you would look at it a certain way. And yet, for them, they don't have to move out of dangerous environments and don't even try to intervene or beef because the system is designed to keep them that way. It goes all the way back to what I said in the beginning. You can't see the trap when you caged in it. You know, you can't see the trap when you caged in it. If you get the time, if you get some time, you know, whoever watches this, go to YouTube and watch mice experiments and think about hip hop, think about structure and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, um, rap is also one of those few genres where an artist's past is weaponized against them in real life. And, you know, drill rappers, this new drill scene, this whole we sliding and gliding and riding and chops, ops, drops, wops, whatever the fuck they talking about. These drill rappers are under surveillance. Their lyrics are being used in court cases and their music becomes the evidence against them. Meanwhile, the same industry executives who benefit from their violent lyrics, they sit safely in boardrooms collecting checks without ever experiencing the world that their artists come from. You feel what I'm saying? Um, no rock stars are put on trial for singing about drugs. No country singers are locked up for glorifying crime in their music. But in hip hop, the very, the very things that make an artist successful, raw storytelling, real life struggles, street credibility, are the same things that put them in the most danger. The most humbling shit, man, as I close this shit out, I got some more. But if you watch some of these court cases of these young guys, this drill scene, wherever it may be, Chicago, Dallas, Jacksonville, Houston, Miami, New York, shit, you can even see that shit in London. In London. They were talking about, you got to drop with the op, you got to drop in the pop. Yeah, they over there doing the same shit. LA, wherever, you know, when they get in these court cases, when they arrested for murder or whatever they did, all of a sudden, when they, you know, when the judge dropped them football numbers on their head, all of a sudden they turn back into children, like they are. I found it to be interesting. I watched a couple of videos where they had showed a young cat. He was rapping about some of the most gangster shit you ever heard. Yeah, I done slid on. Yeah, Pookie with the, yeah, hit him on the head. Leaned over. Oh, shit. Yeah, and nigga had a little dance to go with it. He was doing a little dance to go with it. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of musty ass niggas in the house. I ain't, what happened to the video, Vixen? But anyway, long story short, a bunch of musty niggas jumping around with big ass guns. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? And nigga, you know, got accused of a little murder. You know what I'm talking about? Just what he talk about all the time. Little murder. Boy, when they told that nigga he was gonna be locked up for life, that nigga broke down. Like that nigga turned into one of them car dealership flimsy. You ever seen that big tall shit at the car dealership that just be waving in the wind? That's what he turned to. Like a nigga fainted or something. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Got the moving around. It's like, damn. But even on the deeper look, it's like it looked like the devil threw at him now. Now he's who he really is. This 16, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old nigga is back being a kid now. Because the devil is through. When the devil done use that nigga to kill some other niggas, terrorize communities, do some wild shit, do some stupid shit, ruin some lives. You know what I'm saying? Just cause pure destruction. And now that you got your sentence, now that you, because a lot of these, let's get this shit real. A lot of these young niggas ain't really like that. A lot of human beings ain't really like that because I don't think God intended for people to really be like that. Now there are devils and niggas who have been conditioned to be strange, wild, dangerous niggas. Nobody starts off like that, pure. That's something you have to grow into. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these niggas, they young. Think about it. 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Murder. You gone. You gone, nigga. You out of here. You had 17 months of being a rap star. Now you ain't make it big. You just nigga out the neighborhood who just, oh yeah, I'm so and so. I'm ABC Shorty. Look, ABC Shorty was hot. Had the hoes. Yeah, had the hoes. Had the guns. Labels. You know, he got a little rapping ability, so the label seen it. Oh yeah, he called that shit. Little ABC Shorty. Little ABC Shorty done, you know, did a couple motions, drills and shit. Now little ABC Shorty done caught a body and they linking the bodies to him. You know, so much that they trying him for murder. They threw their life at him. Whole body crumble. Boy, that demon is through with you now. It don't need you no more. And you probably wouldn't even like that. Probably was a great kid. Now you about to go in jail forever with these real. Now you about to go to prison. 17 years old. You ain't never lived no weights before. You ain't strong. You don't know how to fight. You ain't even had a decent slice of pussy yet. That be the thing. My mind always goes to some other shit, but you ain't even had a decent slice of coochie yet. And you done killed the nigga and you about to go into jail. You about to be Fleece Johnson. You about to meet Fleece Johnson and be a Fleece Johnson. Fleece Johnson is self-proclaimed booty warrior. Now, to some this might be funny, but to me, this is no laughing matter. All those niggas is doing content with this nigga. This shit is freaky. This shit is weird. But when he first got out of jail, he was telling his life story. He said he was committing robberies and shit like that. And he was so young when he went to jail. He was like 17 or 18 that he went to jail a virgin. He ain't never dealt with a girl, never kissed a girl, none of that shit. So he been, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of see where that's going, but that's where a lot of these kids are going. Like, it's sickening. It's sick. Sick world. But anyway, back to the surface. Now, even the streaming era has contributed to this system of exploitation. You know, the algorithm. If you heard some some of my episodes of some some of the shit I'm talking about, you might hear me say something off of hold on. got distractions. All right. Shout out to black women though. But you may hear me say something about algorithmic racism. You may hear me talk about shit like that and how serious that is. And I kind of it made me think about shit in a different way in this age about hip hop and you know where it's being and where exactly is it going. You know, the algorithms prioritize controversy, pushing the most violent and sensational music to the top of the playlist because the conflict generates engagement. The industry is no longer just signing artists; they're signing viral moments. They gave that little Hawk to a bitch $100 million or something like that to have a podcast. That bitch don't talk about shit. And we don't even know if she really hot doing like that. I got to see. Is she hot doing like that? That bitch just said hot through. Spit on that thing. I get that bitch down there. 80 to 90 million podcasts, sponsorships. Bitch, I'm talking about shit, but anyway. Just an example. They're signing viral moments. Now, if a rapper goes viral for flashing guns or getting into beef, they're more likely to get a deal. You know, there's someone who's just making positive, uplifting music. Labels just don't want your talent is not gonna do it no more, nigga. If you rapping lyrical miracle, you extra creative and you're a great rapper and you're positive, you know, you're gonna have a hard way into the industry now. I'm sorry. I don't fucking like it, but that's just the truth. That's just what I see. You know what I'm saying? Um, Labels just don't want talent. They want a spectacle because the spectacle sells. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. You know, I'm from Dallas, so I, I listen to a lot of music from Dallas. You know, so whether it be Erykah Badu, Mo3, Bobby Sessions, The Outfit, Texas, Muddy Man, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Shit, any and everybody, Lil Ronnie, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Shit, Pookie, Lucci, Tuck, DSR, just various amounts, just, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Sessions is a Grammy Award winning artist. You know, his pen is one of the best pens in the game, in my opinion. If it's on your Grammy, you one of the best in the game. You understand me? He's really like that. I like his music. I like his style. I like how he keeps the authenticity of his music. And he also involves the city in his music. In the videos, you're going to see Seven the Great. Shout out to Seven the Great. You're going to see a outlaw male, the Outfit, Texas. Like, you're going to see people, you be like, who was that? And these people from the city. You're going to see him get them in, you know what I'm saying? But you won't see, and he's rapped on tracks with Rick Ross. And you're like back and forth with Ross and Benny the Butcher. Like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, he's like that. He's up there. He's up there. He's up there. He's up there. It's fucked up that he doesn't get the publicity because, he don't have no drama attached to his name. You know what I'm saying? You know? Mo um Mo3 is very talented, you know. He made great music. He also made that gangster shit. In my opinion, I would love to have heard those two on a track or what a track with how, like just where my mind goes as being from Dallas. I would love to hear Erykah Badu and Mo3 track. Man, just imagine what type of shit that you'll get. You know what I'm saying? With a Badu and Mo3 track. we might not never hear that shit. That part bothers me. That's the worst part that bothers me about this shit is the shit. I'm like, nigga, if that nigga get on a track with motherfucking Badu, like, if you know what I'm saying, like, we don't give a chance for our artists to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get a chance to grow. Maybe eventually that shit would have blown over. And we would have kept evolving. If that's where his start was, if his start was damn near the best, one of the most talented people that has ever came out of Dallas Fort Worth area, it puts him up there when he just came out. Imagine the growth and level. Like, for instance, with T.I. If you know where T.I. started to where he's ended up now, Jeezy, just the growth. Because eventually, the older you get, the older you grow. 50, man. You know, 50 still petty, but he grew into other avenues. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get a chance to see a lot of us grow as artists. And even the ones who do grow as artists, people who become fans of them, they want them to stay right there in their pocket. And a lot of times it's the ups and downs of being an artist, because it's like, I understand y'all want to see a nigga rap about that, but I'm past that. I don't live that life anymore. So I'm rapping about things that you know what I'm saying? And it kind of back and forth with the artist and his, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's fucked up, man. But I mean, the spectacle sells, and I believe at its core, hip hop was meant to be a way out. You know, it was meant to it was born as an escape from violence. It's the culture of hip hop, you know, whether it was dancing or, you know, art or rapping or whatever it was, however you contributed to the culture, it was your expression. You know, it was how, you know, it's a way out, a place where you can take your mind and be free and be yourself without any judgment. Escaping from violence, it was means of storytelling, it was a form of empowerment. But the industry has flipped that purpose on his head. And instead of helping artists escape the streets, escape the traps, they trapped in the same cycles of destruction, knowing that whether they live or whether they die, their music will keep making money. And that's the real danger. Not the music itself, but the system that feeds off of it, like a vulture, circling, waiting for the next tragedy to turn into a headline, a trend, or a paycheck. I got a video that I do want to show before I get out of here. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Truth Hurts? What's up, Gordon? What's up with it? You know, I got a video that I do want to show. It's a video of Leo Cohen on the Breakfast Club explaining why he promotes drug culture in rap music. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this up real quick. Pull this up real quick. Let me get it up here. There we go. Let me put this copyright there. Copyright disclaimer. Fair use, goddamn it. Y'all better not. Hey, it's fair use. We using this to educate. You know what I'm saying? You know, I squabble down with the goddamn fair use now. We using this to educate. purposes such as criticisms, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. You understand me? But this is Lear Cohen on the Breakfast Club. He's a executive. He's also, what is he with YouTube? He's over YouTube Music. If that means anything to you, it means something to me. You know what I'm saying? A lifelong music executive. You know what I'm saying? He's over the music on YouTube. Which is another part of the streaming industry and things of that nature. But here's Lear Cohen on the Breakfast Club explaining why he promotes drug culture in rap. Just dig these blues real quick as we close this shit out.
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Now, this is probably one of the best questions Charlamagne's ever had. Charlamagne be on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? He used to be on some wild shit. He done got chased around. He on this mental health advocate shit after he done got whopped upside down. Can I get a drop type shit? But this is the most important question that he asked in this moment. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all just to key in on why. When he asked this question, well, why do you promote it? And here's Lear Cohen's answer.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed.
I got people to feed. All right.
I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and
this is why,
man. Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him.
Who's Dame Dash?
So
you know who Dame Dash is.
His name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, Leo.
On your bumper.
I don't know him. I really don't. So
decode
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, he done said enough. If you would have said some more, shit, his ass would never probably be alive right now. He probably said too much. They ain't gonna quite give up the whole little scoop on whatever, but that's how they look at that. And that was just on drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I applied the same thing he said there. I believe his answer would be the same if Charlamagne would have said, well, if he would have added death to that equation. Like, why do y'all promote these, you know what I'm saying? Like, death and drugs and, I think his answer would have been the same. I got people to feed. It wasn't no long drawn out shit. He sputtered up at first. And he kind of snapped at Charlamagne like, I already told you that. Sassy as hell. I already told you that. I already told you that. I already answered that. You know what I'm saying? For our society. Now, nigga, this ain't your society, nigga. I don't know where Leo came from, but he ain't nothing like us, nigga. Niggas that grew up in these ghettos across America, you ain't grow up like us. You don't know nothing about this shit down here on this ground level, nigga. You don't know what it means to make it out of a 5 to 8 or 10% below the poverty line type of area, city. No matter how big your city, how small your city in the country, in a big city, it don't matter. If you grew up in the ghettos of America, just off the look of this motherfucker, you already know you don't know nothing about this shit down here. Cause he don't give a fuck. And he ain't got to. Cause the money is already motherfucking made. Whether you alive here, you know. Look what's happened to Kodak Black. Strange as fuck. Kodak Black been talented since a kid. The content he was rapping about as a kid, it changed. And then now we look at him now. I'm not saying skew the content back and everybody to be conscious rappers, everybody turn to common sense and Talib Kweli and Black Thought and shit like that. No. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but understand, you know what I'm saying, that this game is dicey. This game is from how I see it. Now I'm just I'm a fan. I never made I ain't never trying to be a rapper, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just see it from a point of view of me loving my people and me loving our culture. Like I'm all about us. Like wherever we from, north, south, east, west, midwest, I love us. I love culture. You know what I'm saying? I love how we do shit wherever we do shit. Everything we ever touched on this earth since its inception, we have turned that shit to gold. It's history. It's right there. Everywhere. Every piece of land we step foot on, we turned that shit up. And they do their motherfucking best to keep us from that knowledge. And they still doing it now. They burning books, changing words, swapping this shit, swapping that shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. But anyway, like I said, this is part 1 of CLOUT over culture. I got a couple more parts. I got something for you funky ass content creators too. I definitely got something for y'all. I'm still cooking now. You know, you gotta get in the kitchen and you gotta prep your shit before you make the meal. So your content creators is next. You know what I'm saying? On the industry, I'm gonna put a pin in that right there. You know, make sure you share this out to anybody who give a fuck about our culture. These are my views. My name is Trill Pill. You know what I'm saying? My name is Trill Pill. I'm a content creator. You know what I'm saying? My name's Khalil Sneed. You know what I'm saying? This is my shit. You know, I created platforms like this because it's important for us to get a voice out. And I'm seeing way too many clown ass niggas spawn more circuses. It's way too many clowns off in the mix. It's way too many niggas that don't have a fucking clue. That they don't care about justice for this, justice for that. They don't care about that shit. They don't fucking care. They doing this shit, getting their money, and getting the fuck on. And they ain't no better than these industry niggas or people. They ain't no better. You know what I'm saying? Even worse, they'll lie about some shit. They'll put some false narratives off in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get into them funky ass niggas at a different time. Right now, we just wanted to, I just wanted to, give an insight. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to tell y'all what I think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't make videos like this very often. But when I say something or when I'm serious about some shit, I want it to be known. I want it to be clear. I want it to be, looking for a word, I guess, comprehended. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. I see this shit like anything else. When it's something got to do with my people, I'm just tired of I'm literally, I'm 34 years old. I'm fucking tired of seeing niggas who look like me getting ran down, gunned down. I know it ain't gonna never stop. I know it ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing this shit, bro. I'm sick of it, bro. I couldn't. I'm not watching that Lil Ronnie video. I didn't even want to watch it the first time. I seen that shit once. That's enough for me. I don't want to see the alternate angle. Like I ain't fucking CSI, nigga. The fuck. I want to see the alternate angles and look zoom in. Who's in the nigga? Let the police do that shit. Because that's another form of how they condition us to, and how we get desensitized to this shit, and we keep watching that shit over and over and over and over and over. A little baby girl was lost. Another black man was gone. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. That's it. End of story. I don't need a video. I don't want to see, like, I don't want to see that. I don't know how some niggas get off on it. I didn't even want to post that shit on my Instagram. I don't want that type of energy. I don't want, nah, bro. No, no. If you're a father, or if you're a parent, like, you understand what, like, our children mean the world to us. Yeah, I die for mine. Die for them. Do whatever I gotta do for them. Whatever it takes. I don't know how to feel when I see shit like that. Besides sad. You know what I'm saying? They keep watching that shit over again, bro. I could only imagine, nigga. Fucking serious? The most fucked up part of this, as I close this shit out. The most fucked up part of this shit is this. Out of everything I've heard, all the bloggers, all the AK-47s and the ratchet TVs, all the rest of the motherfuck niggas, the most fucked up thing I heard about it is, if it was just him, nobody would have cared. If it was just him dying, nobody would have gave a fuck. To some, that might mean nothing. To me, that fucked me up on the inside. It fucked me up even worse because it's the fucking truth. It's fucked up, dog. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Like, that's how much we devalue. And not to say that Lil Mama ain't important, because she's very important. She's very important. Very beautiful little baby girl. Like, man, you know, I used to teach, so I love children, especially that young, because they're at their purest form when they think. Like, if you ever sat down with a group of kindergartners or people like little people in that age range, at like 5, 6, 7, 8, because you're going to get a human being at its purest form. Yeah, they're young, but I love the way that they think, because some of them have been tainted by the cruel, harsh ways of this world yet. We were all, as the older we get, especially if you don't get a good hold, or you're in a fucked up environment, you're gonna lose the purity of your mind once you start being exposed to what the world really is, what the world really doing. What are these niggas really doing over there? How are they really doing that shit? Then once you start peeling back layers, if you got people around you who ask questions and provoke thought, you're gonna start to peel back layers. Nigga, this shit don't motherfucking stop. My pops is 81 years old. Do the math in your head. 81 years old, I'm 34. I'm the youngest baby. Do the motherfucking math. 80 years old, 81 years old, 8 decades on this earth. He was born in 1943. He is my last parent here on earth. God rest my mother's soul. 8 decades, over 4,000 weeks here on motherfucking earth. So once he start teaching me how to do the science of what this shit really, how this shit really go and what the people really did, he was ground zero on a lot of this shit. Living history. And what it means to just be a black man. In different eras. When I hear him talk about this shit and see this shit, it's a whole different perspective of, because he can draw similarities from then to now. And that's fucking scary. It's just how they do it now. It ain't so visible. Them motherfucking KKK niggas, them bitch ass motherfuckers, they didn't go nowhere. They just put on different uniforms. They had to change their ways because of the ways of the world. They didn't want to change. They had to change. They had to accept it. They just found different ways to do different shit. So they became executives and leaders with this and all these fancy motherfucking titles. They just found a different way to fuck you. It's kind of like your favorite freak. Now, a lot of y'all, shout out to the fellas, you know we got a favorite freak. When you got a favorite freak, you want to find different ways to fuck her. That's how they did this shit. That's how it was explained to me. You're going to find different ways to fuck y'all. Yeah. We're going to find different terms and different words. We want to use different words. We want to use, yeah. None of this shit changed, nigga. Fuck out of here. So, I speak with a heavy tongue. And I understand a lot more than I probably should. I don't want to say probably should, but I understand a whole lot. You know. It's a whole different fight. It's a whole different fight. Now we're squabbling with the algorithm. It's kind of like, you know, I watch wrestling, so, you know, it's like a handicap match. Like, y'all ever seen the handicap match that was no disqualification? You like, how the fuck is he gonna win this shit? Yeah, that's us. We the one. We the one. Handicap match. Disqualification. Oh, shit. They gonna beat the nigga grabbing chairs, nigga grabbing tables, barbed wire steel, beating, and we got to get down, nigga, shit, or die trying, shit. That's how I see it, shit. You know, but you got to be careful, and you got to do it in a certain way. You know, got to do it in a certain way. Everybody fight different. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas be technical, then out of nowhere you'll get a Emmanuel Augustus ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's wild how when they asked Floyd Mayweather who was his most difficult fight, that nigga said Emmanuel Augustus because his style was, that nigga was doing all type of, he was different. You know what I'm saying? He nigga not Pacquiao, not none of them other niggas, not nobody else. Emmanuel Augustus. Once you gotta low key get a style like Emmanuel Augustus that ain't nobody ever seen before. It's funky, it's unorthodox. Niggas gonna wonder what the fuck is you doing, but once you master, you gotta be a, father of your own style, son. Gotta follow your own style, do this shit. That's why I love content creation, because it ain't no right or wrong way. I mean, it ain't no right or wrong way to do what the fuck you gotta do. This is at your disposal. Now, how you use this shit, you can use this shit as a tool to really do some shit, really say some shit, or to just fuck off some more. And once you start fucking off and you get caught in that World Wide Web, I ain't seen too many people that once they get caught in the web, they get the fuck out. You niggas gotta get on your National Geographic shit. You ever seen an insect go find me an insect that got his way up out the web. He done fell up to the spider web. He done got himself out. It ain't too many. It was some. You stuck, nigga. Yeah, and then when the goddamn spider get back, nigga gonna put that on your ass and roll your ass up into a goddamn taco burrito, nigga, and overdone. You're cooked. You understand me? So you gotta do this shit at the same time, keep your distance, because like I said, I don't want to be no shock jock. I don't want to be no nigga like a Charleston White that say fucked up shit. He a fucked up nigga. But we'll get to him and academics and the rest of them fuck niggas on the next part. But I don't want to be like that. I see this microphone, this computer, as a privilege. Because, number one, God put me here to do something, to say something. You know? He ain't just put me here just to put me here. I ain't just no walking around just flesh, just doing shit. I ain't just doing shit. Everything I'm doing has a purpose to it. Even if it don't seem like it, everything I'm doing has a purpose to it. Everything I'm doing has a purpose. Either I'm learning or I'm learning. Either I'm learning or I'm learning. Sometimes I fail. I'm human. I'm gonna learn from that. Shit. I learn from others. Everywhere I've went, I've learned something from somebody that I can apply to. I'm just observing like that. Especially growing up as a child from South Dallas, navigating the environment. I stuttered. I still do a little bit. So I had to make other parts of me strong to overcome my stuttering. And I had to master, certain shit. So my perspective is going to be different a lot of times because I handle shit different. I process shit differently. I wish I could open up my mind and let y'all see a little bit. I be having to slow this shit down some because sometimes I get too ahead of myself. But I mean, that's a gift. I'd rather be an overthinker than an underthinker. It's a lot of underthinking ass niggas that create content and got a large following. So that they just lead more people off into the abyss of bullshit. I see myself as more than that. So y'all keep fighting a good fight, however y'all fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? Go out here and make this money, stack that shit up, save it up, try to find different ways to increase it, double it, triple it. You know what I'm talking about? And just enjoy life and live life, man. And be careful. Stay aware. Be aware. Told a young nigga the other day, man, I seen him walking around with his head there. I said, say, bro. Say, man, pick your head up, man. Look up. You almost got, you know what I'm saying? You almost got smacked by a whip. You know what I'm saying? You almost got flipped up. You almost became a hood ornament. On a more important note, just look up, dog. He said, all right, OG. I was like, damn, OG, what the fuck? I do got these grass in my beard, but still, you know. Put a smile on a young nigga face. Say, nigga, look up, nigga. Shit, fuck you look. Boy, you almost got, you know what I'm saying? Small shit. That's all. I just love us. However we coming with it, we coming with that shit. You understand me? I just love us and my culture. I was born in this shit. Like it wasn't nothing I had to learn. It just was something that we born with it. We know what's going on off in these streets, whether we street or not. We know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Even if you grow up in the ghetto and you're not street, you attach to it just because you know somebody who is. You know what's going on. You ain't gotta sell no drug or shoot nobody to know what's going on off in these streets. All you gotta do is watch and listen. It's the environment that we grew up in. So everybody is, you know what I'm saying? We done seen some shit that we probably ain't, that should never seen. I done seen a dead body before. I remember walking the Pearl Sea and seeing needles and dirty condoms on the ground. I remember seeing niggas get ass whooped. You know what I'm talking about? I done heard shooting when the shootings came. You had to get on the floor. You sleep. Nigga came around the corner down your street shooting. You know, they hit that flow. Just shit that we just learned growing up in these ghettos, man. And now we got these young brothers who have found a way to get out, and as soon as people start to, you know, find ways to get out, they did some shit. They said, okay. They did it way back then in the 90s, but it wasn't everybody was just trying to, it's the purity of hip hop. It was very few trying to own our shit. No, we gotta own our story. We can't let them, you know what I'm saying? They just got a step ahead of that shit. Now you see a lot of young brothers, they getting on their shit. They taking control of, you know, they're taking back control of their shit, and the industry is fighting against that. As you see, a lot of these shits is getting bought up. A lot of these subsidiaries and a lot of these little imprints and shit. A lot of these people, they cutting down on shit. They firing people. They joining this with that. And this is up under the umbrella of this and all that shit. They doing that shit. They moving their pieces on the board. They trying to stay ahead. And we got to stay ahead too, man. We got to own our own narratives and everything. Not just hip hop. Like, not just music and rap and art and movies and whatever we do, we got to take control of that shit so it can be done and put out the right way. You know what I'm saying? We can't let them keep fucking us like that. Ain't no reason why some of the people who created some of the greatest music on earth had to be fighting over roads. Like, what was it? A few years ago, it was Anita Baker and somebody. Anita Baker shouldn't have to fight over no motherfucker. What's his name? Are you fucking serious? Some of our legends are still fighting, still out there on the road, not because they want to, because they got to. Because they signed them deals and didn't know. Now the company done turned to 3-4 other companies. They trying to figure out where my money coming from, why I ain't getting this, or streaming. What the fuck is streaming? Why is I not getting no money off the streaming? All the streamers, yeah, they trying to figure it out. So it all traces back to all those blues singers who didn't own their shit. They got their music stole. All those rock bands, they got their music stole. All them funk bands, they got their music stole. Royalty stole, publishing stole. It goes all the way back to that. It's just fucked up. But on a different note, I'm off work today. You know what I'm saying? So I had time to do this, and you know, I'm glad that I did. This is part 1. I got a couple more other parts. They'll be here in the next few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you join the Patreon. I might drop one on there. Because some of these conversations can't be had on YouTube because, you know, they be, you know. Yeah, man. Niggas like me is a YouTube nightmare, nigga. I done got so many motherfucking, hey, you can't do that. You can't, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Hey, nigga, I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to, no, man. I just know how to say what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the guidelines, yeah, I'm not gonna say no, he was unalive. No, he was killed. I'm not gonna say no, he a PDF. No, he's a pedophile. Fuck all them terms. They try to make that shit sound sweet. Fuck that shit, nigga. I ain't with that shit, nigga. I'm pulling up a trail pill, nigga. I would be doing the people who listen to me a disservice and myself a disservice if I was cutting this shit and putting sugar on shit. Fuck out of here. They got me fucked up, nigga. It's true. I'm out of here, man. I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Those who at work, be careful. Shout out to everybody that's out there. Make sure you share this out to everybody that's important, everybody that love the culture. You know what I'm talking about? Share this out, clip it up, do whatever you gotta do. I'm gonna get back here. I'm gonna do my shit. Y'all make sure y'all do y'all part too. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just a me thing. This is a we thing. You know what I'm saying? It's important. You know? Shit. So, like I said, man, I'm gone, man. God bless. You know, long live everybody who lost their life, you know, to hip hop, to rap, you know, around some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Lil Ronnie and his baby girl inspired this, so rest in peace to them. You know, hopefully we can become a culture that doesn't eat its own young. You know, but I got faith in us. I'm always have faith in us. You know, on that note, man, I'm gone, man. I'm out of here. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that follow and all that other shit. I'm gone. Monumental to be monumental. Stay true.